Wellness Wednesday, and we're going to make it awesome for you. Thanks for joining us on Mornings with Luann and Tim, and thanks to KC Security, who sponsored the show for a whole month. Can you imagine? We so appreciate it.
Where were you last night when the rains came?
Man, I was in my bed going, ah. I love it though. I actually opened the window so I could hear it.
Okay, well, I was a little bitter. Because, we work till 2:30, whatever, and then I went to the mall because, that's another story coming up. I'll tell you about that after this.
Oh, yeah, that's funny.
I went to the mall, and I did some shopping, and then I got home, and it was like, 3:30, 4, I don't know what time it was really, but anyway, then I was decided, okay, now it's so gorgeous, it's been so beautiful and sunny, the day turned out gorgeous.
Yeah, it did.
I'm going to go outside. And then the rain started. I was outside for about 5 minutes. I was so bitter. So then I waited, then the rain stopped. And I went outside and I was like, yay, I scared the rain away because I was so bitter. My bitterness yelling at the weather. And then it rained again.
See, it doesn't pay to be bitter.
No, it rained with a vengeance the second time.
Yeah.
Did anybody see the hail?
I didn't see hail.
Like that big bouncing off my pool deck while I was in the pool house. Like,
really?
Oh, I couldn't hear. I was at one time, I was listening to some music and I just couldn't hear the music anymore.
Really?
It was that loud on the roof of the pool house. And then my pool's almost overflowing. There's so much rain. And I had an empty pond because I was trying to clean my pond out. It's full again.
Holy.
It was a lot of rain.
It was, yes. And we got a lot the night before too. So hopefully there aren't too many flooding issues out there for us.
Is it dry out now? Today's supposed to be nice, I think.
Yeah.
The weekend, Craig said, is going to be hot.
Yeah, like 30.
Really?
Yeah, I heard 30.
I might go visit Bowser in North Bay.
Yeah, that's a good plan. There's a pool there and it's air conditioned.
That's true.
Yeah, just do it.
And North Bay has a nice waterfront too, don't they?
Yeah, they have a gorgeous waterfront. It's just beautiful.
Okay, so speaking of our waterfront, I'm hearing so many rumors, Luann, about our waterfront and the mall. I'm hearing what's going to be condos and this and that.
Oh, yeah.
The Station Mall. I don't know. Well, I was down there yesterday because our friend Mike, who works in the control booth, says, oh, by the way, all TV sets at Walmart Station Mall are 50% off. They just announced
because they're closing, right?
So, of course, I couldn't get down there till after work, so I get down there. Well, every TV set was ripped off the wall. It's just all gone. So I thought, well, he said like regular $500 for $250 for a big screen TV.
Nice.
Like, oh, okay. Well, I didn't spend $250 on a big screen TV. I spent $450 on Chippets, chocolate chips. Everything was 50% off, and so when you can buy a bag of chocolate chips for $1.75, that's a really good deal.
Yeah, for sure.
So I bought a lot of chocolate chips.
Apparently, $400 worth.
And where
are the darn cookies?
Then I found the makeup department. Oh. So, stuff that I put a little depuffer on and stuff, and I like my moisturizers and things.
Well, you have to, sure.
And they're normally I buy the L'Oreal or
the Regenerist,
Olay.
Yeah, the Regenerist.
Well, they're $35.
Awesome. Yeah.
For these tubes.
Yeah.
$17.50. So
did you buy me one? Because seriously, I don't want to go down.
I bought everything. $450. I got to the cash. I was like,
did you buy one of each or two of each?
4 of each.
Maybe I could buy some off you.
Well, I don't know. I'm pretty puffy.
No, you're not that puffy.
Anyway, so the mall, it's absolutely...
No TV, but Chippets and makeup and beauty or skincare.
No TV, but yeah, lots of skincare. So I can eat the sweets and then...
You have to be careful though, because they go bad, eh? The Chippets.
What do you mean?
Well, because they'll get old. So you have to use them within a year.
What?
Well, yeah. Or put them in the freezer.
I thought, oh, really? I can put them in freezer bags and freeze them.
Yeah.
Put them in freezer bags too, because I don't want them to get that white stuff on the outside of the chocolate.
That's called bloom.
Really? You know
chocolate
everything.
Bloom.
Is bloom bad?
Bloom is not bad. It won't hurt you. It just means that the chocolate's old and it has been exposed.
Luann knows stuff, hey?
It's about chocolate. Mama knows.
So, the Walmart is so sad looking right now.
See, that's why I kind of didn't want to go.
Oh, no, it's empty. I mean, they've taken, all the shelves are gone. It's just whatever has, it's empty.
Oh.
So I was thinking, Sault Ste. Marie, open for business. Unless you own a mall.
Yeah.
All the malls are struggling.
Because Wellington is becoming a plaza.
Wellington Square Mall is becoming a plaza.
Yeah, definitely.
And Station Mall now has no anchor store. I heard another rumor that the reason Walmart is leaving the Station Mall was because they wanted to expand and the mall said no. How could Walmart want more space? Apparently they wanted to move go into the parking lot. I don't know if any of this is true. This is all conjecture, just rumor I heard on the street. Just like you people.
I don't know if Walmart, if just because they didn't get their way for an expansion, would
Yeah, that doesn't seem to
take
make
the
sense to
ding
me.
financially and close a store.
Nah.
I
And
mean,
why couldn't they move to Sears and go 2 stories?
Well, right?
Although, the square footage wise, I don't know. Anyway, they're leaving. Now, the other
But we
Walmart-
talked about that when we first started this show,
Did
that
we?
I read an article about how malls in the next decade are going to be non-existent because everybody's shopping online.
Online, big box, and boutique shops like Queen Street, like specialty stores.
So
Which
you
is
know
good
what?
for the
Which is
retail
awesome
merchants.
for downtowns.
It is.
So go down there and check out the little
Not
boutiques
so
because they're
good for
so
the
much
mall.
fun. And you know what? I'm like an inside cat. I work and then
You're
I
like
go
a
home.
what?
Inside cat.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't go out very much. I hate malls,
You
so I
do?
don't go to the mall.
Hard for
Downtown,
her because the paparazzi chase her and people ask for autographs.
that's what it is. Yeah, the dogs chase me more like. But the downtown is so gorgeous. It's just beautiful. And I go down there like, not very frequently. And it's just like nobody's walking, although it's,
Who grocery shops, Jim or you?
we both go together.
Oh, how sweet.
Because I hate it. So he comes with me. Because we shop at Food Basics mostly because the prices are awesome. And, you pack your own bags, right? Mm-hmm. Anxiety. Seriously, my stomach starts to hurt as I'm driving to Food Basics
Because
if
you
I'm
have
doing
to
it
separate-
alone.
Well-
Because if I have to bag it, then I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm holding somebody else up. Like, I'm not going fast enough. So now there's a can of tomato soup on my banana, and I'm like this.
Oh no, Steve, I'm so anal when I get to the cash, everything has to be categorized.
Yeah, me too.
So I put all my boxed goods,
Yes.
canned goods, frozen goods,
meats.
fresh fruits,
Yeah.
meats, cleaning things, everything
Produce,
goes
yeah.
in categories.
Yeah.
And people just think I'm crazy. Like I rifle through my cart to find things that are the
I'm
same.
the exact same. Exact same.
I'm not
But then
kidding.
if you get one thrown out of the loop, it's like, oh my gosh. And then the worst thing, you've got this huge order and you're about halfway through, another one has come beside you, and then another one now is bumping up against yours. Well, I'm just like, I'm going home. I don't
She has a
need
breakdown over the bag.
I don't need to be this nervous and upset in a grocery store. So Jim comes and bags for me because he's the sweetest guy in the world.
I love the fact that when you go to these places that have the automated checkouts now
Yes.
on Walmart, and you finish your thing and press to pay, and then it says, "How did we do today?" Well, I don't know about you, but I did just great, thank you. I
Yeah.
just checked myself out, I paid my own way, and I bagged my own stuff. How did we do? What the heck did you do?
You didn't do nothing.
Voice.
Except maybe put someone out of work.
Those scanners, you know what? There's self-checkout. You know what? Those the code. That's the UPC.
Yes.
Universal Product Code. Guess what? As we speak of this is the anniversary. 1972 was the scan for the first time to sell Wrigley's chewing gum in the Marsh supermarket in
Really?
Troy, Ohio.
Wow.
I thought it was in Japan. I think I mixed something up there. Anyway, this was the first date. This was the anniversary of the first time they ever used the Universal Product Code scanner to
Really?
sell Wrigley's gum.
Wow.
1970 something.
That's not too, that's more recent than,
Those things are, that's amazing. I mean, we just take it for granted now.
Yeah.
Like, who has to program
how do
all that
those things
stuff
in the magazines work? I know I'm going to sound like a
The
totally
scan- the
ignorant
scanner
older
things with
person.
your phone?
Yeah. What do you do
Your
with
phone
that?
can read the scanner.
Right. So you take a picture of the scanner and then
Yeah.
bring it to the store and say,
What?
I want this sale, right? Because why are those little boxes that are all mixed up?
Can you do me a favor? Can you bring a magazine in the next time you see one and we can experiment?
Okay. All right. Alex probably knows because he's young and he's smart.
No, Alex, I don't think Alex doesn't know. And
Oh.
He's not that smart.
Maybe because nobody reads magazines anymore either.
Maybe so.
Right? Yeah, Alex is going, yeah.
So I've decided now, after driving around and seeing like the Wellington Square Mall and the Station Mall and the Cambry Mall, I think next time a tourist comes and says, so what does Sault Marie mean? I'm going to say, it's French for empty shopping mall.
Go downtown.
Go downtown.
Hit the big box
Go to Queen
stores.
Street.
You know what? Mother of the Bride dresses, know where to buy one in Sault Ste. Marie. Just saying. Just
Oh,
saying.
You might have just hurt some people's feelings.
I know. I'm going today, actually.
Are you?
I
have
am.
some places to recommend for
Yeah, please do.
you. Okay.
I'd appreciate
We
that.
have to wrap it up. So
Yes, we do. So
there's a
stay
great
tuned.
Green bin over there.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
very
huge.
excited about this.
I hope there's not a person in it.
Oh, then that'd be like Ellen DeGeneres. Boo!
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Alex is checking right now. There's nobody in there.
Nobody's in there.
So those green bins that have been delivered to your house, we're going to talk all about that coming up next. So don't go anywhere. You have the news coming up later too.
I do as well.
We'll see you in a minute.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Listen to them. Children of the night. Alive! It's alive!
Welcome to the Machine Shop, our historic venue and gathering place for friends and family. Built in 1899 on the site of a Northwest Company trading post. Today we are a go-to venue hosting many expos, concerts, weddings, and more. While you're here, choose one of our dining experiences. Enjoy a quiet dinner at the Mill Steakhouse and Wine Bar, watch a game and try wood fire oven pizza and local draft at the Boiler Room, or treat yourself every day to gelato and local coffee at the Gelato Mill. For more information on the Machine Shop, visit machineshopinc.ca.
At 4:45, discover all kinds of treasures and never pay more than $5. Inventory is restocked every Saturday, and you can find anything from electronics to household items, toys, and much, much more. On Saturday, everything is $5, and the price goes down throughout the week, ending with 25 cents on Friday. We restock weekly with new items from various big box stores, so you never know what treasures you can find. Come visit us at 4:45, 2510 Ashman Street in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan.
I am joined right now by Madison from the city of Sault Ste. Marie. She's the area coordinator of environmental services. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
You're welcome. I like your shirt. Now, you've all received, everybody who's watching, you've all received these bins. When did they've been delivered since?
The last 8 weeks.
It took 8 weeks to deliver them across the city, right?
Yes.
I clearly saw a piece of paper inside mine with a date that told me when to start. And yet, Sault Ste. Marie, some of you have decided to put them to the curb before that date. Why have you done that? Read, please read. If you can't read, Madison's here to tell us.
Yes.
Let's start with, when does this new program begin?
This new program begins next week, July 2nd, and we wanted to make sure everyone knew too that it was a holiday week, so that garbage will be put out a day late regardless of using the bin.
So my garbage day is normally what day is this? Wednesday. So my garbage day that week will be Thursday.
Yes.
And I put the bin out by the curb that day, so one day late, and then back to the regular schedule.
Back to the regular schedule.
Some people, you were saying, have new garbage days starting up that same week, though.
Yes.
It's a busy week for waste disposal.
The City of Sault Ste. Marie evaluated all the routes and did some efficiencies, which resulted in about 28% of the city's residents having a garbage day change.
28%?
28%.
That's a large number.
It is, but it's to balance out the routes and also make sure that they're the most efficient routes out there.
Sure, okay. So how did you notify them?
So there's two ways that the City of Sault Ste. Marie residents could find out if their garbage day has changed. They should have received a little postcard in their mailbox with the date change.
Okay.
Or if anyone is curious, if there has been a change, they can go to the city website.
So there was a website that we're going to put up. This is the one that actually is so it's www.sault
saultstmarie.ca/collection calendar.
Collection calendar. So there's an actual webpage you can go to, and I believe we're going to put it up on the screen for you. Go there, and it'll tell you by neighborhood.
You type in your address, your specific address, and it'll tell you what your current date
That is so cool.
and the change date.
Because sometimes you move to a new neighborhood and you don't really know your neighbors yet, and you're just sort of watching to see when they put their garbage out. You can just go to that website and it'll tell you.
Yes, and also it will also tell you your leaf and yard waste collection schedule.
I don't even know that. I've been wondering where to find that out.
Yes, so you can go there, and if your address didn't change for garbage collection, but you still want to know what your leaf and yard waste day is, you can check it out there too.
I do need to do that because sometimes I put it out and it gets a little wet rather than leaving it in my garage or whatever. The bottom gets wet and I feel bad if it spills and stuff. Now, so this is changing the week of July the 2nd.
Yes.
We can check to find out when notices were sent out to people whose dates have changed.
Yes.
Let's talk a little about why we're doing this.
Yeah, so the garbage cart has been a long process to get in place. It's been well thought out by city staff and council, and we wanted to bring it in. There's a number of benefits from the garbage cart. The first off is that it's an improved efficiency for the city of Sault Ste. Marie, not only for operational staff, but also the residents, where you're rolling
You're
your garbage.
rolling rather than lifting. So the old regulation was 40-something pounds a bag.
Well, you were allowed in the old bylaw 2 bags or 2 containers, but they couldn't be over 44 pounds.
Okay, but that's a lot to
Or
carry.
sorry, 44 kilograms.
44 kilograms, which is like 20 pounds.
20 pounds, sorry.
So that's a lot to carry. So this makes it actually easier to get to the curb, and it's all in one container, takes up less space in your driveway, right?
Yes, and the maximum weight with the garbage and the container is 200 pounds. So the container itself is included in that weight, but you can certainly put garbage in
The
there.
container's not that heavy, so that's allowing for a lot of garbage.
But if it's overweight, the automatic arms won't be able to lift it.
Oh, the arms stop at a certain weight, eh? That's very clever. All right.
And then the environmental benefits are numerous. I mean, certainly from a reduction standpoint from litter. Yes.
Because if we put our garbage, some people still use garbage bags and not garbage bins or plastic garbage cans or whatever. And those, we see the animals get under the birds, the rodents, whatever. Garbage strewn all over the city, and then it blows across and pollutes more. This, you've got no animals can get in here.
No, that's to provide added protection for animals and also to limit the
amount of litter
that gets out.
Okay, so that's a great benefit. Workplace safety should be first and foremost in all of our professions. So the same is true for city workers and GFL employees. Tell me about that then.
Yes, so curbside, you get a number of different things put into the garbage can, including sharp objects. So you might have glass, tin cans. Hopefully not, they're in the recycling bin. But if they do end up in the garbage, or
things that poke out that are dangerous, that can really be dangerous for people.
Yeah, so other dangerous objects. So what we're trying to do here is to keep our operators more safe
and strained.
You
know, sometimes people don't follow those rules about how much weight you can put in a garbage pail, and somebody goes to lift, it's like, oh, they could really hurt themselves. So this is really going to help the people who work in waste management.
Yes.
Okay, another benefit I said was oftentimes if we drive on a windy day, on a garbage day, you're driving down the streets of Sault Ste. Marie and there's a garbage can that's been caught by the wind, an empty one blowing across the street, or a lid that's been picked up that's flying around. That's not going to happen anymore. Nothing falling and blowing into the streets.
Yes, and this bin too is similar to what you were using previous to the change, because it actually is going to allow for the same quantity.
Right.
If you had 2 containers out at your curbside, this will mimic that same.
This takes the same quantity as 2 containers, but it's 1 container and it's taller, and you don't have to lift. And now placement.
So we can see here it's on a nice flat surface. That's what we're hoping for at curbside. We want to make sure that residents understand that you need to have enough distance between this and any other object. So
right. I believe
recycling.
It was 3 feet is what I read. Was it 3 feet?
Yes, 3 feet or 1 meter is what we're asking.
I'm sorry, 1 meter. I still do the old because I'm old. Meters. 1 meter between this and any other object or...
Yeah, so your recycling cart, what we're recommending is to have your recycling cart on one side of your driveway and your garbage cart on the other side of the driveway to allow for enough space.
Okay.
We also want it to be 3 feet away from leaf and yard waste or your vehicle.
Right.
And
because the arm picks it up and puts it down. It's got to have some clearance. That's fair.
Yeah, so there's clearance to make sure that we don't damage anything else, and also to give us enough distance to properly lift the container.
Right.
We definitely want to make sure that the lid is closed.
Closed and nothing on top.
top, so
You
no
can't
garbage
put
bags
garbage
on top.
bags. What if I had an extra, like what if I've reached my limit and I had a big party, let's say, and I've got an extra bag of waste? How do I deal with that?
No problem. What the city, we're still maintaining our bag tag system. So if you have your garbage cart out, you still are allowed to put extra bags on the side of the cart,
side, right.
but they have to be tagged with bag tags that you can purchase at a number of locations across the city.
And to find that out, there's a bag tag website, or
There
bag
is.
tag page, right?
Yes, there's a city
We
page
can put that
on
up too,
yes,
www.saultmarie.ca/.
bag tags.
bag tags, and we can put that up for them. Also, just the city website has a very easy, if you have any questions about waste management, garbage, recycling, just go to the City of Sault Ste. Marie webpage and click there, right?
Yes, absolutely. We encourage all people in the community to participate, and we're looking for community effort to help us roll this out.
Do not put recycling in here. No, stick to what you've always done.
Yes, recycling program has
Not
not changed at all, and
no hazardous waste. Oh, here, Alex, I'll show that to you over here. No hazardous waste, please. Hazardous Waste Depot is located at the city dump, open from April till
end of October.
End of October, okay?
Yes.
So take your, and in the wintertime, just store your hazardous stuff safely.
Safely, yes.
Until you can get it to the,
Tuesday to Saturday.
it's open Tuesday to Saturday
Yes.
at the where?
At the city landfill, 8:30 to 4:30.
That's when the household disposal is open?
Yes, April to end of October. Household Hazardous Waste Depot is Tuesday through Saturday, 8:30 to 4:30.
And
No
the dump
Mondays.
itself is open Monday through Saturday, 8:30 to 4:30. And if you have any questions about how to place these, let's say you live on a street like I was talking about, Biggings Avenue, they have challenges, they have narrower streets, some don't have sidewalks. You've worked it out with your blue bin, obviously, but if you do need any help in placement, you say just contact the city, right?
Yeah, if there's any questions, service delivery, operational, maintenance, if you have questions about the carts, I mean, we certainly have our telephone number, which is 705-759-5201, and certainly anyone in waste management will be able to try to help.
Madison, thank you. It was really nice
so much
meeting
for
you.
having me.
You're great on camera, dear. And I want to say, remember this from the olden days from the television show? So Madison, everything's all right? It's all right. Okay, we'll be back with Luann. That just died, that joke. Sorry.
It's all good.
Have a great business idea but don't know where to start? Need help taking your business to the next level? C2C Business Services can be your guide in navigating the path of entrepreneurship, with services ranging from grant funding support, access to service experts, market information, and helping your business adopt new technologies to create and foster a culture of innovation for ongoing success. Call C2C Business Services and let them be your first step in taking your entrepreneurial dreams from concept to commerce. C2C Business Services is a division of the Sault Ste. Marie Innovation Center.
I learned a lot just now
Yes.
about trash. I was talking trash with
As
Madison.
always.
Madison likes talking trash.
Awesome. It's her job.
It's the perfect show for her.
Absolutely. That's what I said earlier, right? Yeah, welcome. You're going to fit right in. Hey, you know what? Streaming businesses, streaming...
Live streaming?
Yes, is such a huge
Like, give me an
endeavor.
example.
For instance, NBC Universal wants to exclusively stream The Office, you know, that huge show.
Yes.
$100 million per year, and they did that to outbid Netflix to the rights. So it was on Netflix. So now NBC Universal wants to buy it from Netflix and stream it on their own streaming system.
For how much?
$100 million per year. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? And then,
well, you know what's really crazy is the actors who are in that show and the writers who wrote that show and the people who worked in that show, they're not seeing a whole lot of that money. That's all going to NBC.
well, maybe they're
Well, I mean, they're getting royalties, but,
Yeah.
but this would have been negotiated after their royalties.
Yes.
See what I'm saying? They're
Yeah.
making wow.
Yeah, and Friends, for instance, is another one. It runs out after paying $80 million on Netflix. Now, Warner Media is launching its own streaming service, and they, of course, were the original producers. And Disney's doing it too, with all kinds of different
Well, I
movies
guess
and
you're
stuff.
right. The actors are still going to be getting money every time that it
Yeah,
airs,
right?
even on the new network. So that's good for them. Boy, oh boy, that's a lot of money for
Isn't it?
for old shows. I mean,
old
shows that are
shows.
out of.
We're hearing so much about older shows sticking around and reboots of shows, and does nobody have an original idea anymore?
This whole streaming thing too, really, they're doing it for a lot of current series too. So if you miss a show,
Yeah,
you can
it's
go and watch
awesome.
it being live, like they do streaming
Yeah.
on the major networks.
Yeah, and if you want,
On websites.
Jim watches a couple of shows. He doesn't watch a ton of television, but the couple that he watches, he actually sometimes waits a couple or 3 weeks so then he can watch them back to back with no commercials.
I do actually enjoy that as well.
I do too.
Yeah.
It's so much more fun.
Wow. Historically today, talking about, well, Trump is always in the news. If you think about, let's compare presidents. It was on this day in 1963 that John F. Kennedy stood at a platform above the Berlin Wall. So for those of you who don't know history, Berlin, the city of Berlin, was divided down the middle by a cement wall covered in barbed wire, constructed in 1963 to keep communist East Berlin separated from West Berlin. They did not want West Berliners coming in because the communist wall went up by the East German government and Russia. Okay, so he's up there and he arrives to make his speech about talking about communism and about what's not good about communism. That's why he arrives there, right? Kennedy. And they give him a speech. He's like, no, I don't like this speech. So he starts thinking about what he's going to say. And I guess back in Rome, in like the year, I don't know, he said 2,000 years ago, the biggest thing you could have said was civis Romanus sum, which is I am a citizen of Rome. So he took that and he said, today in the free world, the best thing you can say is Ich bin ein Berliner. That's where he said that famous thing.
Wow.
Ich bin ein Berliner, which means I am a citizen. We are all citizens of Berlin. Let them come to Berlin.
Wow.
The crowd's going crazy. I mean, and eventually, look, the wall came down.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah. So it was a momentous occasion. It was a famous speech. And I'm just thinking, here you've got JFK standing above the Berlin Wall going, Ich bin ein Berliner. And then instead you've got Donald Trump saying, grab them by the privates unless they're ugly.
And they like it because I'm popular. On that note,
You got some good news?
yes, we have some good news and we have some other news.
All
so stay
right.
tuned for that. That's coming up right after this.
I'm doing whatever it takes, stopping at nothing, I'm up in your face, shaking it off, no matter the cost, I'm feeling the wind, I'm taking it all, I'm paving the way with the sweat and the blood, I'm at the top, rising above, I want the gold, give me the rush, Queen Midas, I got the touch. I'm pushing, 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 I'm pushing.
Housed in a 15,000 square foot custom manufacturing facility built to produce world-class cabinetry at surprisingly affordable prices, Great Lakes Fine Cabinetry brings your project from initial concept to final design. Proudly providing Northern Michigan and the Algoma region with quality hand-built cabinetry for the past 20 years. Located at 844 East 3 Mile Road, Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, Great Lakes Fine Cabinetry, making your cabinetry dreams come true.
Mios is Canadian through and through. And to celebrate Canada's birthday, Mios is offering 20 to 50% off all Canadian-made furniture. Mios knows supporting Canadian jobs, Canadian ideals, and Canadian designers is the right thing to do. And saving you 20 to 50% is a great way to celebrate Canada Day. Now, more than ever, is the time to buy Canadian and to support your local stores. Mios Furniture Fashions. Service before and after the sale. 261 Trunk Road. Where else, eh?
Sault Ste. Marie Fire Services was quick to respond to a vehicle fire around 5:15 last evening on Great Northern Road. An older RV burst into flames as it sat in the parking lot of the beer store. No one was hurt in the incident. The fire was quickly contained. The RV, though, was completely destroyed in that fire. ONNtv producer Mike Jankowski was on the scene. Traffic on Great Northern Road was not impacted. Ontario Premier Doug Ford ordered a review yesterday of all pending government appointments after at least 3 were revealed to have personal ties to his ex-chief of staff. Dean French resigned late Friday following news that appointees to 2 foreign posts were personally connected to him. Earlier yesterday, an appointee to Ontario's Accountants Council resigned after the opposition noted that she is French's niece. Spokesperson Kayla Iafale said the Premier has now directed his staff to review all pending appointments. Catherine Powell resigned yesterday from the Public Accountants Council. Her departure came after a press release from the NDP criticizing the government for yet another gravy train appointment by giving a post to Powell, a niece, as I mentioned, of Dean French's wife. French himself resigned as Ford's chief of staff after the Premier rescinded the appointments of 2 people with reported personal ties to French. Taylor Shields, an assistant vice president of marketing for Chubb Insurance, and Tyler Albrecht, a senior analyst at Optimized Capital Markets, were being sent to agents general posts in London and New York City, respectively, before their appointments were revoked. Health Canada says sales of legal dried cannabis grew 16% in April compared with the prior month. More than 8,800 kilograms of recreational and medical cannabis was sold in the month, up from 7,627 kilograms in March. Total cannabis oil sales grew 3.5%. Almost 76% of dried cannabis sales were non-medical, while 42% of oil was recreational. As of the end of April, more than 215,000 kilograms of dried cannabis was held in inventory. That's 24 times the amount sold across Canada that month.
He was apparently fired today, or someone from the dealership was fired today, and came back and apparently just shot the 2 managers who obviously would have fired him.
Police and witnesses said a man who had just been fired from a Northern California Ford dealership shot and killed 2 employees and then killed himself last evening.
When they arrived, they were directed towards the north end of the building, towards the service bays. As they approached, they located a male who was down on the ground. He apparently had a gunshot wound and was deceased. He was in his hand was a firearm, a handgun. They secured the scene, and they were directed by other employees inside the building, where 2 additional males were located and later pronounced dead from gunshot wounds.
The House of Representatives passed a $4.5 billion emergency border aid package to care for thousands of migrant families and unaccompanied children detained after crossing the U.S.-Mexico border. The Senate has a different version of the bill.
Today we found out that the administration is sending children back to a station in Clint, Texas, from where just days earlier those children had been removed after enduring weeks without a shower or change of clothes. When visiting these children, one lawyer reported the children are locked in their cells. They said they can't bring themselves to play because they are trying to stay alive in there. And yet last week, the Trump Department of Justice argued in court that the government should not have to provide children in custody with soap, toothbrushes, or beds. This situation is child abuse. It is an atrocity that violates every value we have, not only as Americans, but as moral beings.
Madam Speaker, it's been 56 days since the Trump administration asked for emergency funding to address the humanitarian crisis at our southern border. 56 days. The New York Times gave 2 editorials, not 1, but 2. And Mexico is now sending 15,000 troops to the southern border. But Democrats, Madam Speaker, have rejected a bill to provide the aid that is needed. Not once, not twice, not even 10 times, but 18 times.
With over 45 years of experience, All Ontario Well Drilling offers hydrofracking and all well drilling services. Call 705-575-8088 or 705-257-9495.
At Maitland Ford Lincoln, we see our trucks everywhere. We see them on Queen Street, Lake Street, North Street, Bay Street, 2nd line, 3rd line, 4th line, Pine Street, Great Northern Peoples Road, Wellington, Cora Road, Bruce Street, Carmen's Way, Northern Ave, Trunk Road. Folks come from all over Algoma District and beyond to buy their truck at Maitland Ford Lincoln. Amazing prices, outstanding service. King Street, Shannon Road, Goulet Bay, Black Road, Government Road, and even on Pine Shores. Yep, our trucks are everywhere. Get yours at Maitland Ford Lincoln, built for Northern life, on Great Northern Road, just north of the hospital.
With 3 brands to choose from Kawasaki, Suzuki, and CF Moto, visit one of our 4 showrooms today and speak with our knowledgeable, friendly, and enthusiastic staff who will be happy to help you with all of your motorsports needs.
Enjoy life, enjoy the ride, by Robinson Motorsports.
So a lot of us know at this point how abrasive Simon Cowell can be.
Yes.
On his show.
He sort of made a career out of it.
Yeah, he did. I feel like he's softening up a little bit, except for last night. There was this kid who came on and sang a song, and then Simon stopped him in the middle of it and said, "You know what? It's a nice wedding song. Anybody can do that." Basically, is what he was saying. So they gave him another choice, and he did the other song. And then Cowell said to the kid again, "You know what? Like, really, you should like take some chances, and like, I don't feel like you're venturing out or anything." So the kid asked the audience, goes over Simon Cowell's head, and asked the audience, "What do you guys think?" Well, so he got some applause, he got some boos.
The kid did.
Now, and that ticked Simon off.
That he went over Simon's head.
Oh yeah.
How old was this kid-ish?
20.
Oh,
yeah.
not like a little kid.
No,
Okay.
yeah.
A young man.
And so Simon said, "You know what? Now you're starting to get on my nerves." He said, like, you know, you're being really cocky and you're starting to get on my nerves. So the kid walked off.
That was it?
Walked off and then decided, and then he came back.
What?
And sang.
How did they keep letting him go?
Right?
Why did he get 3 chances?
That's what I was wondering.
And then did he make it through? I wonder.
Yeah. Oh, whether he made it through to the next, I don't know.
Oh.
Can you imagine that?
Nervy. I mean, in some instances, it's good to have self-confidence and stand up for yourself.
You have to have confidence, but arrogance is a different thing.
I don't like people who are
No,
arrogant.
me neither. You know what? They put me off.
Humility is a really nice
it's a quality.
Personality trait.
It is. And Simon needs to learn some of it
That's
too.
me.
Maybe why. you know, Simon was so put off because he was getting a little bit of his own medicine. I wonder.
Right?
I wonder. And it's so funny because you watch the other judges.
Oh, yeah.
They're just like...
Simon Cowell. He reminds me of, who's that? Piers Morgan?
Yes.
Two British guys that are both kind of snotty.
Yeah.
Not a fan
Piers Morgan's a bit abrasive as well.
Although Piers Morgan did an interesting interview with Donald Trump, and they're friends, and he called them on some stuff.
And you know what? He does do some really good interviews. I'm watching a series on Netflix now.
Piers is doing some good stuff?
Yeah. Serial killers. And he's
you love that stuff.
Yeah, he knows the question it's to ask. But boy, he's a little abrasive.
He is, yeah.
I might have to punch him in the nose if he...
Oh, there they are together. Were they?
Yeah.
Were they on a show together?
Oh, years and years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That'd be a lot of British abrasion. Rather than the British invasion, it's the British abrasion.
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian, you know your friend Kim?
Yes, my friend Kim. I don't know which one she is, but they're all...
She is a very shapely woman.
She's a very shapely. She has a big butt. Okay?
She likes big butts, and she can...
I swear she put some cushions in there.
So she has developed, there she is.
Right.
She has developed a line of what they call shapewear. And it looks a lot like, some of it looks like Spanx.
Yes.
It's form-fitting. Others looks like really, I do wear a bra.
Not
but
on
I don't
daily.
actually support anything real. So anyway, they looked really comfortable.
Yeah.
Very attractive looking.
He was showing me the pictures.
Really interesting. One of them we saw, it was like, it had a, like a girdle, or a Spanx that you wear like a panty.
You know?
This is like a mid-thigh all the way up.
Yes.
And this one had one leg with a thigh and one leg with no thigh. And we looked at it, went, in case you're wearing a dress with a slit.
Right.
You can buy this so it keeps
She
you up.
thinks of everything.
However, she didn't think the name through.
Oh.
Well, her name is Kim.
Right.
So she called the line of shapewear kimono.
Cute.
Not cool with the Japanese culture. Cultural misappropriation, an insult. Doesn't even look like a kimono, an insult to what a kimono is and the history of the kimono and the representation of the garment that the Japanese wear.
I get what she was doing. She was playing on her name. They all do that.
Well, I wonder how long it'll last. I don't imagine that it's going to shake the market with her not.
No.
I mean, how many Japanese people have big butts?
Right.
Sumo wrestlers.
Yeah.
But you're not going to get them in a
major
spank.
butts, yeah. And kimonos too are so conservative and reserved. That must be like, they must be like, what the heck? Yeah.
You're just picturing
Who's coming up next?
The city of Sault Ste. Marie. My friend Ricky Borean's here with my other friend Natalie Doherty, and they're going to talk about Canada Day and upcoming events over the summer. Yay! I love summer in Sault Ste. Marie. Oh, did I just heard Alex's ear when I went yay? I'll be right back after this with Ricky and Natalie.
Recently, the Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades including installation are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
Okay, here we go. This is like a musical theater reunion for me, actually. Because I've worked with both of these talented, really nice young people. This is Natalie Doherty. Hi, Natalie.
Hi.
And Rick Borian from the City of Sault Ste. Marie.
Good morning.
Rick, your title is?
Supervisor of Community Services.
And that is in the Culture Recreation Department?
Recreation Culture Division, yes.
Very nice. Natalie, you are a student for the summer working with the city?
Yes, I'm a summer events assistant.
Where are you studying right now?
I'm at Ryerson in Toronto.
And what are you taking?
New media. So it's like graphic design, technology.
This must be a great, this is great for your resume to come home for the summer and do events.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's really nice that I get to work in my field, but also with the city. I've made like a lot of connections here.
How did you hear about the job?
I saw it online. I think it was either Facebook or the city website.
And then you applied and Rick got the resume and got, did you have to do an interview long distance or were you in town for that?
I was able to be in town for that.
Okay, cool. And it's, how long is her employment? Pardon me for saying
It starts early May. We try to get them as soon as they can, but there is a couple orientation days that they are mandatory for new hires.
Right.
And it goes right until either right to the end of August, beginning of September. So we try to keep summer students as long as we can because there's so much going on.
What a great job. So I'm going to put you to work. We were talking in the green room before the show about the summer concert series.
Yes.
And that's happening. You've got all of your acts lined up now?
Yes, I'm really excited. There's a lot of new acts coming to the concert series this year, and actually a lot of different genres that I wasn't expecting. So there's the typical classic rock and country, but there's also a lot of like folk and pop that I didn't really expect.
Really?
So that's cool. And it's every Tuesday and Thursday in the summertime.
When does that start? Is there a start date for that?
July 4th is our big one.
Oh, the big one.
Yes.
Hey, that's a cool one because the fireworks will happen across the river.
Yep, that one actually starts later, so it's 8 to 10 instead of 7 to 9, so you can go and watch the fireworks.
Normally it's Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Yes.
But for the initial one on July the 4th, starts at 8.
Yes.
So you can be there for the fireworks.
Exactly.
And you know what else you can do on that, just to throw this out there? Entomica is moving to the Bushplane Museum.
Yes, it is.
And it's all in the same neighborhood. You could wander down and say, happy move to Entomica, and then wander back to the pavilion, catch the music, watch the fireworks. Fabulous. Absolutely. You've added another element, Rick, to the Thursday night concert series.
Yes, so we kind of, chatted around the office and how can we up it a little bit, bring more people down. So Thursday nights, just because it's a little more fluid on Thursdays, we have a little more freedom in that. We have a vendor market going on. So Thursday night markets running from 6 to 9. All sorts of local handmade items and different things.
Artisans. They've all rented tables.
Yeah, correct. So we put out a call and we had a very, very good response. So some booked for one day, some booked for all. Which is great.
This is a pilot project?
It's pilot, so if it works, it's a great thing.
Next year?
We'll continue it. We have room for about 15 vendors.
Okay.
So we're I think we might have like 1 or 2 spaces.
So if somebody's interested, could they just get a hold of you?
They can call us in the office, absolutely, at the Community Services office, and one of us will definitely be able to help them out if there's any space.
If there's any space, you can't. That's okay. But they can always put their name on a list too.
Exactly.
Right?
We do have a wait list that we have going in case if need be. So.
Did you also say that you're adding some fun for family fun, like kids stuff on the Thursdays as well as the
there's some activations that are going to be going on, some different little game things that we've bought, some large jumbo building sets and different
Which are really cool.
Really?
They're really, really neat.
The other summer students play with them in the office sometimes.
And then we've started like the bocce nights on Mondays. So
wait,
things.
What?
Yeah, Monday nights in Clerk Park. So there's bocce that we bought a bunch of bocce sets and that. So our summer students are running it, which is really, really cool. So
The other summer students, Miranda and Eileen.
Yeah, Eileen and Miranda, so they take care of all
That's so neat,
that.
bocce night.
Yeah.
Someone should, maybe they teach us how to play bocce?
Absolutely, yeah. It's a go down and have some fun. And if you've never played before, if you've played before, it's just all about having fun on the waterfront.
Hey, how's the splash pad going? Have you been? Have you seen?
Yeah, it's going really, really well.
In Bellevue Park?
Oh, yeah.
What are that's good hours for that.
They run...
They open.
Don't quote me. I believe it's 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. or 9 to 9.
It's long hours,
and it's all automated. It's all.
I think it's
fun,
8. I think it's. We were having this conversation the other day. I think it finishes at 8.
Yes, because then there's time for everything to clean up.
Right. Yeah. Now let's talk about Canada Day on Monday.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so is everything happening at the pavilion? Is that where everything is centered for the city?
Yes,
right now?
the only event that's part of running with us is the Hub Trail Fest, and that starts first thing in the morning, 9 a.m. 10 a.m. We are the hub of the Hub Trail Fest down
so
on
it starts at the pavilion?
It starts anywhere. You can start anywhere. But the ending spot is down at the tent, right by the farmers market, where you submit your passports for to be able to be in the draws for any of the prizes, which we draw at about 3 o'clock.
Wait, the farmers market is
down at the pavilion. pavilion.
When?
In the parking lot.
On
It's not operating. No, we use the farmer's market
like the
tent.
area.
You use
The
that
area.
tent in the parking
Yeah.
lot for the registration and the final spot.
Yes, and there's a little bike rodeo, a little fun bike games for kids and all that stuff that the committee and all that they put
The
on.
Hub Trail Committee has done all that.
Yeah, so and you could start anywhere. It's any type of transportation. You could walk, ride, roll. It doesn't matter.
Neat.
It's just a fun get out, get active,
And then all come
everything
together at the
leads-
end to celebrate.
Exactly.
Everything ends.
Exactly.
Everything ends at the waterfront.
Yes.
We all meet
The gathering
there.
place.
The gathering place, absolutely.
Yes.
What's going on under the tent?
Under the tent, we have this really cool children's performer, the Dazzling Darren.
The Dazzling
Yes.
Darren.
He does a lot of really cool acts, and he's also a stilt walker, so he'll be walking around the grounds as a giant Mountie, which I'm so excited for. I'm probably more excited than the kids.
And we've actually kind of stolen him from Canada's Wonderland.
Just a little
so
bit.
Really?
He
Don't
does.
tell Canada's
He does the Mountie walking at Canada's Wonderland. So I made a phone call, and
You got him.
you want to come to the zoo? So he's coming.
You doing any music, you guys?
We have a few three different acts, I believe.
Yes. So there's Hannah Nicoletta, who is a solo act. She's an up-and-coming singer-songwriter. Fancy That, which is another band in the zoo, and they're also part of the concert series.
Yes.
Oh, so we can preview them at Canada Day, right?
And Obsession, which is our headlining
The
band.
headlining band. What are those hours like then? Or does the whole thing just go fluidly from one time to another?
It pretty well runs fluidly throughout the day. Opening ceremonies are 2 p.m. We have the traditional
2 o'clock.
Traditional ceremonies with all our invited guests, dignitaries, and that to welcome everyone.
And
then
the
we go
anthem
right
and
in.
stuff.
Yeah, the anthem. And then we go right into the day's entertainment till about dusk when the fireworks get launched, which is usually around 10, 15,
because that's when the
give or
sun sets.
take. Yeah.
And this is happening on the Monday, right?
On Monday, yes, July
Okay.
1st.
On July 1st, on Canada Day, at the pavilion. What about food? Do we have to worry about finding food, or are you going to have stuff down there for us?
We have so much food down there.
Really?
Yeah. So there's Beaver Tails, which is always set up.
I went.
Yes.
It's brilliant.
It's amazing. It's been lined up, even in the rain. Even in the rain.
But you know what? Lineup, who cares? Literally, I went in, I ordered. They have great poutine. It's the real poutine with real cheese curds. I'm not even kidding you. And ice cream, soft serve ice cream, and gelatos. I know. Anyway, you can go in and you can order, and then it's busy. But just go back outside and look. Stand on the waterfront, like just lean on the railings, and then just keep your eye open, and they call for you when it's done.
And the nice thing is the picnic tables are there. There's a little patio right in front that we put in.
Anyway,
It's really
so
great.
that's there. What
and
else?
then there's the barbecue going on under the tent. We have M&M's barbecue.
M&M's.
The concession's going to be open.
Right.
Different. Who else do we have?
We have cotton candy, Little Orbit's mini donuts.
Of course, yes.
Ice cream trucks.
Wow.
So, yeah,
it's not licensed, is it, Rick?
We actually, we do have a beer garden this year. So we're trying it out. We're trying to see. So we have not huge, so we'll probably have a few different tables in there.
Is it a local?
Local beer, yeah. Will be served. The GFL Center is going to be taking care of that.
Nice.
So it will be there as well from about 2 to 9:30.
All right, so everything gets underway. And if you're going for the Hub Trail stuff, then you're going to go earlier in the day.
Correct.
You can check that out. I'm sure there's a website for the Hub Trail stuff.
Yes, I believe it's hubtrailfestival.ca.
Hubtrailfestival.ca. And then also for Canada Day, 2 o'clock at the pavilion. Natalie, congratulations! You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
I think you did a good job.
It's fantastic. It's great to have someone.
Nice to see you guys
Absolutely.
again.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
your summer.
Thank you for having
us.
us.
Have a happy Canada Day weekend.
Happy Canada Day to everyone.
And we'll be back with Luann right after this.
When you support the Restore, it helps Habitat for Humanity build affordable housing for families. How does this work? New and gently used goods are donated to the Restore. The sale of these goods generate funds for building homes. For every $1 spent at the Restore, there is a $4 return on investment within our community. For example, Habitat homeowners have better educational outlook, increased employment stability, improved health, and reduction in the use of social services. Every donation and every dollar we receive through the Restore helps build sustainable housing for future homeowners. Everyone needs a foundation to build a future. To find out more and how you can help, drop by the Restore at 32 White Oak Drive or go to habitatzoo.ca.
As a nation, Canada has participated in all of the major world conflicts. In the Sioux area alone, over 10,000 men and women have enlisted in the Canadian Armed Forces. The Veterans Commemorative Monument aims to cement the legacy of the Canadian Armed Forces in stone. It will highlight the bravery, strength, courage, and sacrifice of our servicemen and women. In times of need, they volunteered to serve us. Now it is our time to thank and recognize their sacrifice. You can help honor our men and women of service by donating today to help construct this special, one-of-a-kind monument. Visit thosewhoserve.ca to find out how to donate and more.
The City of Sault Ste. Marie is pleased to announce that automated garbage collection will begin July 2nd, 2019. By July 2nd, every civic address will be delivered a brand new garbage rollout cart free of cost. The rollout carts are used for residential solid waste only. The recycling rollout cart service remains unchanged. These carts will provide an easier way to move garbage curbside, provide protection against animals, birds, and windblown garbage, help protect workers from handling dangerous materials, and are more efficient, helping to create a cleaner community. Here are a couple of guidelines to remember. Set your rollout cart on a flat surface near the edge of the curb or at the end of your driveway. Your recycling and garbage rollout carts must be kept a minimum distance of 3 feet or 1 meter apart and from any obstruction. It is recommended to place your recycling rollout cart on one side of the driveway opening and your garbage rollout cart on the other side of the opening. Do not set your rollout cart on a snowbank. Do not put your garbage on top of the lid of the rollout cart. All garbage must be contained in the rollout cart with the lid closed. Household hazardous waste must be disposed of properly to protect the environment. Consult the Waste Management Guide for hazardous waste and household hazardous waste depot locations and hours of operation. The majority of households will have the same collection day. However, approximately 28% of households will have their designated collection day changed from what it is now. Please consult the collection calendar webpage to view your current collection day, your new collection day starting July 2nd, 2019, and your leaf and yard waste calendar. The City of Sault Ste. Marie thanks you for helping to create a cleaner, more efficient city. Please visit saultstemarie.ca/garbage carts for more information.
On that boat.
That boat's beautiful. What a nice ride you had.
July the 4th, I'm going to air that interview we did with the people from TMAC, the tourism media people who were here in Sault Ste. Marie. And anyway, that's coming up next week.
Next week, so much to do. We want to say a huge thank you to KC Security for sponsoring the show for us this whole month. We certainly appreciate it. Daniel and Nathan and the whole gang.
And we'll be back tomorrow with a whole brand new show.
Bumps like Thursday.
We're almost to Friday, and then it's the long weekend. And of course, we just heard there's so much to do on the long weekend with Canada Day coming up. We'll see you tomorrow.
Have a great day.